This is the reluctant Nabi back again. And basically, brothers, I mean, for real, every brother under the sound of my voice, whether they are a simp or not, need to share this video. Share it. As a matter of fact, you need to not only share it, but download it. This particular video, however, whatever y'all can to download it. When you hear it, download it. Under the sound of my voice right now, when you look at this video, download it and save it. Okay, download it and save it. We got a simp problem that when the BAW is doing wickedness, simps try to cover their track to get notoriety, to get all this other stuff. This is a BAW conference call. All right, I want y'all to hear this BAW conference call on how they want to help the police dirt nap Afro men. They want to help the police dirt nap Afro men. And this is coming out of the mouths of black women. I kept saying that they have been at war with us. We wasn't at war with them. What made the war so easy for them is that we have such love for them in our house. You have dudes that say right now they watch these women abort their babies. They watch them set them up. They watch them use thugs to rob good, hard-working men. And they will still say, I don't care what they do. I ain't never leaving the black woman. But here's the thing, what you leaving? Because you ain't with them. Only 30% of Afro men are married, right? 88% of that is married to black women. Let that sink in. 54% of Afro men do not have children. Greater than 80% of black women have children. 80% are single mothers. So you got to count the ones that are married. In that 80%, they are only effing roughly 16 to 18% of the Afro male population. And according to children's.org, greater than 61% of those dudes are dudes that have served some time in jail. That's who they're picking. But you know who they're angry at? The hard-working man that's not going to put up with them and baby's children. So now they want to eliminate us like they've eliminated the children. Remember, our population would be greater, much greater than what it is now, at least by 60 something million, right? But remember that most of the children they abort are Afro males, 60%. But I want you to hear the words that are coming out of their mouth. But we're going to do a little background to show you where this is coming from. See, you dudes, a lot of the simps were asleep. A lot of you Democratic voting dudes were also asleep. You even had dudes coming out of the system saying, you know what? I'm going to get my life right because I realized it was Trump's policies that freed me. And like that comedian said, the dudes came out of the prison system and got the right to vote by Trump, and they voted for the dude that put them in prison and took away their stuff, right? And then you got dudes that are proud to have this woman and that Judge Ketanji Brown who lets, the predators walk. And so the people that attack our men and attack our children, black people are for it. Black women are for them simply because of the color of their skin. But it's worse than that. They literally had a conversation on dirt napping Afro men. But first, let's do some background. And first, let me tell you why I am doing what I'm doing. All right. Okay, so I want you to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. All right. And my donation links will be in the description box. All right. This is the next place I'm going to. Well, I've already been there. I know these people. For those of you that follow me on my Facebook, the lady I talked to get my hair braided is the one in the back in the dress with it all flowered out, right? And a younger girl braided my hair that y'all saw. I think that was a setup, but we'll see when I get there. But this is the place I'm going to. There is no police force there. I've been telling brothers we need to look for a place to get away. All right, and I'm gonna point out in a way that only it seems like I'm doing. Everybody's talking some BS. I'm telling y'all that you are in danger. I am telling you, brothers, that you are in danger. Because while I believe there are unicorns and rubies as far as Afro women, except for the two that I know personally, that be one that go by the name of Bertha and one that go by the name of Tanya. The rest you don't know. If you don't know, and if you're meeting them for a relationship, you could be putting yourself in danger. In most cases, when I say most cases, I mean a greater than 51% chance. Anytime these women can get together in a conference and this conference be shared, and not many women, black women, are calling them out, oh, it's a big problem. All right, so I go here. I'm traveling here to these places, and I'd rather take my money and resources and take all these balls, all these dolls and stuff, and all the learning equipment to these places in other countries. Because I recognized a long time ago that we had to get away. All right, and so that's brother Roberto, as he says. All right, so I done hooked up with him and the people of this area. And so, and I'll film this. So this is why I decided to pack up, stop helping the so-called black community run by the black woman, because I recognize the danger to myself, especially since I was trying to help children too. Me, one of the main protectors of them. All right. So let's pay attention, brothers. So Kamala Harris, we're dealing with the professional black woman that will use us to step on us as a ladder to step her way to the top. And the white system is rewarding injustice done to us by the BAW, the Black American woman. All right, so we're dealing with the angry one because she decided to sleep with thugs, drug dealers, and hood dudes because that was fun. And now I'm angry at the rest of us because we don't want to raise their children when she's about to hit 30, 28, 29, 30. And these are brothers that used to want to just look after children, but it's too risky. Understand the risk. This is what the highfalutin one did. Remember during the Democratic debates? Oh, yeah, that's right. Many black people didn't watch them. They decided to get their sound bites from MSNBC. So they probably missed this from Tulsi Gabbard that expunged her record. Kamala Harris, see, this is what happens when you run for office. This is why she didn't even come close. Everything sank after Tulsi Gabbard just knocked her out of the park. Pay attention to this.
California, and I'm proud of that work.
I want to bring in Congresswoman Gabbard. Congresswoman Gabbard, you took issue with Senator Harris confronting Vice President Biden at the last debate. You called it a, quote, false accusation that Joe Biden is a racist. What's your response?
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you.
Now, here's the main thing. Listen to these women. All right. Listen to the reaction of this dude to cry, not to share, not to speak on it, not to make sure other brothers have access to this information. See, that's the problem. This is what I call simp culture. All right. That instead of finally waking up and realizing that the black woman is at war with the good Afro men who would have been their protectors, but they're at war with us because we are finding our spirituality and getting back to the commandments, getting back to our cultural commandments that from a power from on high, and we're not tolerating their mess of them bringing Pookie, Ray Ray, and them children and their love for the Caucasian man who's our oppressor in this country when we talk about the government. All right, and this is how we know this. When you're looking at this and trying to find this information about these girls, I found the link, one of the links, all right, that what comes up is what white women have done, but black women have killed more of us than white women. Check this out, y'all. This is real.
No. I was wondering why no one thought to say and voice their opinion that when I look at these white men, they are the epitome of masculine, and watching some of these police officers manhandle these black men in the street is very attractive and it's a turn on.
Now, this is what this wickedness don't realize, is that the only reason why those police have guts and all that stuff, because they got bulletproof vests on, they got guns, and they come after dudes without guns, unarmed Afro men. So it's really easy, and they're hiding behind a badge, and they're hiding behind the knowledge that if they put their hands on an Afro man and that man fights back, he's going to prison. And so in order to not go to prison, we're not in a position to fight back from people that are doing evil to us. Yes, the police have been evil to us in general. And don't say that some are good. They are being evil because not enough are turning in and saying that what's going on is unjust. Even when they murder us, the police don't say, well, yeah, that was murder. All right, so since they don't speak up, like the black women are not speaking up behind this mess, we are the enemy. They have made us the enemy of the state for just being good Afro men. Oh, no, it's just the color of our skin. And you know who else don't like us because of the color of our skin? Remember, it says WTF. This is black women talking.
And I'm wondering, does anybody else do like that?
Hold on. Yes, Lord. Y'all off the chain, okay? Yes. Every 18 minutes, Black Lives Matter goes on.
Now notice how she said she has good news. Every 18 minutes, a black guy is now killed. Watch her reply.
That's what's up. I think we can get it down to 15.
That's what's up. I think we can get it down to 15.
Blue Lives Matter.
Oh, it's so funny to them.
You don't even read in my direction. I will start crying and then we'll call the police.
So here's the thing. Now, dudes are taking out the police. For those of you who are wondering why there's a lot of brothers that's now taking out the police, this is why. These women directly attacked their manhood and said that dudes are afraid of the police because the police are stronger. The police are not stronger. They're not faster. They only have guts because they're behind all that crap. And so they're not going to come at us in mass with no badge, no bulletproof vest, no gun. They don't do that. Not the police women, not the Caucasian policemen. Every once in a while, you get them brothers out there though. They'll line up and go toe to toe. But that's it. And people have respect for those in the community. But this has been an all-out war engaged by black women to falsely call 911, and you're hearing it out of their mouths.
Love calling the police on. I love it because they tighten up. They turn into a whole different person when they're
on the run.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I met a nerdy guy. He's really sweet. We're both ambitious and educated. That's exactly the type of guy I wanted. And it's just like there's no turning back because these dusties are dusty. Like they just belong in a coffin. I agree.
And I got a problem with this dude. The weakness in this dude not to share this information or make it shareable amongst brothers. What he did is he put it on TikTok and made sure that nobody could share it. He did it for views. That's my damn problem with these simps. Did it for views, but not out of an alarm to let brothers know, no, we are at war. We just didn't know it. But the black woman knew it all the time. She picked 10 Caucasian men and because they gave her a little bit of something. But this is why nobody wants her in the rest of the world. And as more of this get out, see, it isn't that we thought the white woman was this much better than that and the other. They, because they are next to us, are making a concerted effort to do this. See, we already knew that some white women were like this. We knew also that the white women that really wanted to be with us, for the most part, really want to be with us. But the black women who have always been with us have been stabbing us in the back the whole time.
Thank you.
Let me say not all, but we don't know how many. And see, that's the hard part. You don't know which one is going to turn on you. So why take yourself there? That's why passports is really, really important for the brother.
Thank you, Bianca.
Hi.
All right. This is the issue.
Lord.
I was
All right. Bogus 911 arrest calls, right? Another thing I want you to recognize that every time we supported something, it was something to make the black woman more comfortable, something to give them money, and something to take away the pain that they were feeling for something. We were marching for something, for an organization that they supported. But on the slide, the organization had nothing to do with us. And then they said, we're protecting you after you're dead. Oh, we marched for you. You didn't march for me. You marched for some dead guy. All right? People are dying because of this betrayal, this treasonous act by the black woman. I wasn't angry because I ain't get none or nothing like this. I saw this coming. I listened to them. I listened to what they were saying before they were saying it, gotten so bold to say it public like this. But y'all thought I was the problem. Okay, roll those dices then. Play Russian roulette if you want to. So-called black man, lover of your queen, which we're not supposed to have, which is a German term. Like I said, this woman did harm to a lot of dudes. And I leave you with this testimony. He said, Kamala Harris ruined my life, a lot of lives, wrongfully convicted a man who spent 20 years in prison, including the notorious Pelican Bay. A man was on death row, and she tried to keep him there, and the judge had to force her to let him go. What was her reward? Was it the loss of her license? No. She's still board certified. Was it people saying, oh, you're toast, your job is over? Nope. As a matter of fact, she got promoted almost to the highest office in America for doing this kind of wickedness to Afro men. Y'all let that sink in. With that said, I'm out.